Have you ever wondered what it means when luxury giants like Louis Vuitton and Hermès start losing their sales? Just 2 years ago, these brands were at their peak, fueled by cash printing, low interest rates, and a spending frenzy. But now, their sales are sliding, and it's not just about expensive bags and watches. This is a warning signal that something much bigger is brewing in the economy. So, why should you care? Well, the fall of these luxury titans often reflects the state of the broader market. When these brands struggle, it's not just the ultra-rich who are affected, it's a sign that the middle class, the backbone of our economy, is feeling the squeeze. If you've been worried about your finances or the state of the economy, this could be the early warning you've been waiting for. Stick around as we dig into the data and reveal why this drop in luxury could be the clearest sign yet of an impending recession. By the end of this video, you'll understand how the luxury market is more than just high fashion. It's a mirror reflecting the health of our entire economy. We're diving now into a market sector that screams wealth, success, and high status: luxury brands. Names like Louis Vuitton, Hermès, and Rolex, once shining symbols of economic power, are now signaling something much darker. But why? What's happening to these brands that once seemed untouchable? And what does it mean for the rest of us? Let's rewind to just 2 years ago, a time when luxury was booming. With low interest rates flooding the market, money was cheap, and people were spending like there was no tomorrow. The rich got richer, but surprisingly, it wasn't just the wealthy driving this surge. It was the middle class, using low-interest credit to live large, buying into brands like Louis Vuitton and Hermès. Back then, these stocks were skyrocketing. Louis Vuitton, part of LVMH, hit all-time highs, and Bernard Arnault, its owner, briefly became the world's richest man, overtaking even Elon Musk. It was the golden age of luxury. Now, if we look at the charts, LVMH is down nearly 20% from its peak, Hermès is shrinking, and even Rolex's waitlists are getting shorter. These are big red warning signs that something's wrong. If luxury goods are in free fall, a recession is coming. But why did this happen? What? Have the rich run out of money to buy Hermès bags? Does Zuckerberg no longer have the cash to buy 2, 3, or even 4 Rolex watches? Well, the catch lies in the fact that luxury goods are not actually bought by the rich, and what Louis Vuitton under Bernard Arnault has created is precisely designed to make the middle class buy luxury items to appear wealthier. In the end, those who purchase very expensive items, which don't always have a quality that matches the price, do it to project an image, to make others think they are very rich. If you buy your wife 2 Hermès bags, a Louis Vuitton purse, and an Armani suit, you're convinced that your neighbor envies you, and chances are they actually do. But if you look closely, you'll never see Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg showing off with a Rolex watch or wearing branded t-shirts. However, if you pay attention, Steve Jobs' famous black t-shirts weren't just any t-shirts. They cost about $500 and were made of a blend of cashmere and silk. Mark Zuckerberg's t-shirts also cost around €400 and are by Brunello Cucinelli, a brand that doesn't display its logo on the shirt. Have you noticed that many luxury brands like Ralph Lauren Polo, which in my opinion isn't that luxurious but is still more expensive than others, have recently made their logos on shirts or polos much larger? The polo player on horseback is no longer small and discreet on one side. It's getting bigger and bigger. Even Lacoste's crocodile is no longer a small, subtle logo on the left side. The crocodiles are getting larger. Why? So that you can be seen wearing a shirt, a jacket, or a bag from brand X or Y. Moreover, Hermès has crafted its strategy with the middle class in mind, those who dream of buying a Birkin bag when they finally make some money. They no longer sell Birkin bags to just anyone who walks in. They require you to have a purchasing history with Hermès first. So, a local socialite might walk in with $15,000 in her pocket, but she can't buy the bag outright. First, she has to buy 2 scarves priced between $600 and $1,000 each, then a wallet for $2,000, and after about 6 months of such purchases, she finally gets her Birkin. All these tactics are designed to allow the middle class to climb the social ladder and feel wealthy. They feel rich, they take selfies, and post them on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or wherever else. If the middle class buys luxury goods, the economy booms and luxury thrives. But if the middle class stops buying and sales at Hermès and Louis Vuitton drop, it's not because Zuckerberg has stopped buying Rolexes, it's because the middle class is starting to struggle financially. There's often talk about old money versus new money. Old money refers to those who don't feel the need to flaunt their wealth because they've been accustomed to it for generations and have nothing to prove to others, while new money, coming from poverty, wants to showcase their success and convince others they've made it through the things they own. There are families who have been wearing regular shoes for 5 or 6 generations, whose parents were wealthy, who inherited, and who don't need to show off. Just like Steve Jobs, Zuckerberg, or Gates, they don't need to flaunt. You all know they're billionaires. The wealthiest people, like Elon Musk, don't need a Hermès or Louis Vuitton wallet nor a Rolex watch because you already know they're extremely rich. They could buy the entire Rolex company if they wanted to. These points are essential to highlight this powerful trend where every man saves up to buy his wife the famous Hermès Birkin to appear truly wealthy, yet still has 20 years of mortgage payments and both cars are on lease. But hey, we have the Hermès bag. So, what exactly is causing the significant drop in luxury brand stocks? The answer lies with the very group that drove luxury's rise, the middle class. Unlike the ultra-wealthy, who don't flinch at the price of a $20,000 handbag, the middle class is feeling the pinch. Inflation is high, interest rates are rising, and disposable income is shrinking. The dream of owning that Louis Vuitton bag or that iconic Hermès scarf is slipping away. When the middle class tightens its belt, luxury brands suffer. It's not that billionaires suddenly stop shopping. It's that the middle class, the real engine behind luxury sales, just doesn't have the money to keep up anymore. Luxury brands have long sold a dream. The idea that by owning a piece of Louis Vuitton, you're buying into a higher status, a better life. But what happens when that dream starts to feel out of reach? When those credit card bills catch up and reality sets in? LVMH, Hermès, and Kering, the owner of Gucci, all posted disappointing sales in recent quarters. Analysts are lowering their expectations, and stock prices are reflecting that. This isn't just a luxury problem, it's a broader economic signal. When these brands shrink, it's like watching the canary in the coal mine. We're seeing the early signs of a recession. A recent article from Bloomberg highlighted that while the ultra-rich are still spending, it's the aspirational buyers, the middle class, who are cutting back. They're tightening their budgets, and that's a problem when they've been the real lifeblood of these brands. There's an emotional element to this story too. Luxury goods have always been about more than just products. They're about identity, aspiration, and status. But when people start to realize they can't keep up, that they're stretching themselves too thin for the sake of a brand, it's not just a financial hit, it's a psychological one. We're watching in real time as the allure of luxury loses its grip on the middle class. The brands that once symbolized success are now reminders of economic strain. What I want to emphasize in this video is that the middle class drives the economy up, and the middle class drives the economy down. And as the middle class has started to stop buying luxury goods, you can see that Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, Hermès sales have started to drop significantly. This could be the clearest sign of the recession we've been waiting for over the past 2 years, but which hasn't arrived yet. So, what does this mean going forward? If the middle class continues to cut back, luxury stocks could keep sliding. And if they slide too far, it's more than just a loss for the brands. It's a warning that the broader economy is in trouble. This is a cycle, and like all cycles, it will eventually turn. But for now, the decline of luxury is telling us that tough times may be ahead. The next time you see a Louis Vuitton or Hermès store, Think beyond the products. These brands are more than fashion. They're barometers of economic health. So, what do you think? Is the plunge in luxury brand sales just a temporary blip, or is it a clear sign that a recession is looming? Are we watching the early warning signs of a broader economic downturn, or will luxury make a comeback once again? But you need to know that the reverse is true as well. When the middle class starts buying luxury goods again, we will see another spectacular economic boom and a rise in the stock market. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth market analysis and financial insights. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update, especially as we continue to track how these financial trends evolve and what they mean for our economic future. Thanks for watching. Stay smart, stay informed, and be careful with your money. Until next time.